Protesters are calling out the candidates running for Travis County District Attorney.
We spoke to those candidates about their call to take the death penalty off the table when they pursue capital cases.
Death row, hell no! Death row!
Their chant making it clear what they want, a moratorium on the death penalty. Leading the call in front of the Travis County Criminal Justice Center, Jeanette Popp, the mother of Nancy DePriest, murdered at a Pizza Hut in Austin in 1988. Wrongfully convicted Chris Ochoa, seen here the day he was released from prison in January of '91, and Richard Danziger, each served 12 years in prison for the murder, only to be released after DNA linked the real killer to the crime.
On March the 4th, which is also would have been my daughter's 40th birthday, you will elect a new district attorney for Travis County. I urge the district attorney and the people of Travis County, vote for those who will not continue the death penalty.
Popp says her daughter's case is proof the system has serious flaws that need to be fixed, especially since she says the option of life without the possibility of parole punishes, but also leaves room to correct mistakes.
We don't have to kill to teach people not to kill. They do need to be incarcerated, they do need to be punished, but the final punishment needs to be God's.
As long as it's on the books as an option for citizens of this community, then we have a duty to at least let them decide.
A prosecutor with the Travis County DA's office for 17 years, Mindy Montfort, says if voters put her in office, she wouldn't be able to rule out the death penalty as an option in some cases.
One of the things that I'm very proud of, and I think has been an alternative for both sides, regardless if you're pro-death penalty or against it, is the option of life without parole. And I actually drafted that legislation and helped pass it when I was working in the legislature.
Well, we do appreciate and certainly take into account the fact that there are people out there who think that we should have a moratorium. There are plenty of people who think that we should not have.
A 17-year prosecutor with the Travis County DA's office, if elected, Gary Cobb, says seeking the death penalty fits some crimes, especially since technology like DNA testing can help remove most reasonable doubts.
Ultimately, our decision is going to be based on what we think is best for the entire community. That is, the community that includes the family and friends of the victim, the community that includes family and friends of potential victims down the road.
I personally have strong misgivings with the death penalty, and I think that we are at a point in time where we ought to seriously consider whether this is a law that we ought to keep on the books.
Personal views aside, Rick Reed says his 12 years prosecuting with the Dallas District Attorney's Office and 9 years with the Travis County DA's office have led him to conclude that if elected, he would always consider the death penalty because it is the law.
If I were presented with the victim's next of kin in a case of that nature, and they came to my office and they said that we want you to consider the death penalty in this case, I would be in a very difficult position if I had already said up front, well, I'm not even going to consider that.
District Attorney candidate Rosemary Lindbergh did not respond to our request for an interview. For more information on all the candidates, you can log on to myfoxaustin.com and click on the Politics tab. The election primary is